Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Happy New Year. I wish you all the best in the coming new year. In case you thought things are always rosy over here, they are not. We have been putting up with the ramifications of staying up till 12 on New Year's Eve. Normally what we would do for New Year's Eve is we get together with family, but with COVID, we've not been able to do that. So what we did instead was the new Spirit movie. Julia has wanted to see that forever and a day. So we actually watched that together as a family. We stayed up till midnight. As a result, we've been dealing with cranky and miserable children since. There has been fighting and crying and everything going on today, but right now we are just gonna go for a nice walk. It's been really cold here today. It started snowing. They were calling for a huge snowstorm, but nothing really happened. Girls just came in from doing their stalls, so Kate is freezing. So she's actually gonna stay back, and Julia, Scott, and I are gonna go for a walk through the bush and take the dogs. So some viewers were asking for a property tour. So we'll take you on a bit of a tour of the outside of our property and around the bush. It's hard to show you in the winter. It's kind of covered under snow, but we've got our riding arena here, right outside of the barn, and then behind that is the one paddock. We still have to actually fix that paddock. It has to be scraped down and then reseeded. It's all thorns and thistle back there right now. The guineas and chickens like it. Hi, sweetheart. Luna is getting really big. It's hard to believe. She's just 8 months old. Yeah. That little... You got snowballs on your whiskers. There's Kyla. And Jack and Stevie. And Foxy and Duke are just hanging out at the back. Just checking out all his smells here. There's boards and roof panels that are stored over here, and so there's likely mice hiding from the cold. He smells them. Julia's got her snowshoes on.
I mean, Olivia used to get stuck in them last year. When we were walking, we used to get them stuck at the back together.
Yeah, they're on the wrong side.
They're backwards? The thing that we loved about this property when we came to see it was that it had a huge forested area that we could do walks and trails. We love that. So this is actually the first time that we're gonna take Bear beyond just like the lawn. Julia is losing snowshoes. I guess it does matter if they're on the right feet. So we haven't actually taken him through the forest yet, but we've got trails through the forest, so we're gonna go walk through there. It's pretty cold right now, but I'm hoping once we get into the bush, we're a little more protected. He's loving jumping through all the snow though. Coyote and fox come up this field all the time, so he's probably on a trail or something. Come on. He's like, there's too much to smell. I smell something. Oh, Bear was sniffing. Okay, come on. So Julia and I are up ahead. Scott stuck back there with Bear because he is stopping to smell every little scent along the way.
I said he'll be out of stuff to mark his territory.
Out of pee?
Yeah. He'll be out of pee because he'll be peeing every single step. And there's a few steps that, there's like over 100 steps that he has to take.
So with livestock guardian dogs, they are a lot different. They are not the same as a pet dog. He has a single job in mind, and when we're going on a walk, he is always checking out smells. Because he's never been down this way, he's gonna be mapping in his brain everything about this walk so that the next time when he comes, he will know. He will end up going along the same little path that he took today, and he's smelling to catalog what is different.
See, look, you can see like...
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, so there's coyote tracks here that have been snowed over, but that's what Bear's been smelling.
Rabbit tracks?
there's a creek that runs right here and down. So all of this is ice and he is just like sliding on it. He's not sure what to make of it. You've been following us from the start. There was a video way back about trees that we were planting, saplings. So this is where we were doing them and they're doing really well. Here's another one. It's moving here. We've actually planted a couple hundred trees on the property in an effort for reforestation. Julia found this little tree like when we first moved. One of the first walks, and it's just this perfect little spruce in the middle of, what are these, Jack? No, these are white pine.
I like it. I named it Bob.
No, it's licking snow. So once we get these trails cleaned up, there's some stumps in the way here, and there's a few trees that came down in a windstorm, and there's gonna be some higher branches that we have to take down, but the idea is that we will be able to bring the horses down through here, which I'm really excited about. I will obviously not be riding them initially, but I'll lead line walk them. The girls will ride them. I'm gonna work up to trail riding. Hard to tell, but this is actually a super deep ravine and it comes right off the back of the property. We have so many, careful. We have so much wildlife. We have a ton of coyote and fox, rabbits, deer that are all down in that area. You better be careful. That's just grapevine and it'll snap on you. So that's what we need for the rabbits, Julia. We need to come down here. Look at these massive grapevine branches. This is grapevine twisted up through these trees.
Mommy, it caught it on all these thick branches here.
We had a massive windstorm.
And then there's a bug tree.
Oh yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, but we were just sitting up on this, and it helped.
Grapevine.
It's actually pretty easy to get up. You basically just climb.
So thick.
Like, see?
Careful, careful, honey.
Okay, come on.
So down this way, we always have lots of smaller animal tracks. What are they again? Martins? No. Fishers? Anyway, something is up this way. We looked it up one time.
Oh, Mom, take some. Should we bring this home for the rabbits?
Oh, honey, it's a far walk back to drag that. We'll bring the gator down here. So our property is about 10-11 acres. Up top where we have the house, the paddocks, the fields, and the rest is all very hilly and forest, but it makes for beautiful trails to come and walk and enjoy. Because it's been a super mild winter, this is one of the first times we've been able to come through down here because the ticks have been a huge, huge problem. And since we had to lock up the guineas because of the fox problem, the ticks came back. So as long as our chickens and guineas are out, it is amazing how they are such a natural preventative for ticks. I didn't believe it at first, but it is true.
There was a stick there and I fell here.
Well, that's why we've got to make sure it's all clear before we bring the horses down.
Not that,
Just
it
'cause
also
with the
needs
snow,
to get
it
all
covers
leveled.
We can't level it, but we need to make sure that there's nothing that they can hurt themselves on.
There.
Yeah, over there.
He smells stuff. Down at the end of our property here is a huge clearing. So this is actually where we planted our saplings and trees in the hopes of letting them grow up, and then we were gonna transplant them once they were stronger to different parts of the bush. Unfortunately, someone cut got past the property line and they mowed all of this down in an attempt to connect over to our trails. So they didn't do it with any malicious intent, but unfortunately we lost our trees, so it's hard. Anyway, we're gonna try and hope to recoup some of them. We're hoping some of them will grow up next spring and then we'll transplant them. All the different animal tracks.
Coyote.
So apparently there's like a blight or something going through, is it pines or spruce? Blight is like a disease that's killing the trees, and unfortunately the most of our bush is pine and spruce. So we're really hoping it doesn't take out a lot of them, because we had a lot of ash here and ash borer went through and killed all the ash. So we don't want to lose our forest. There is just something so peaceful about walking in the forest, being surrounded by nature, especially in a fresh snowfall with the sun coming through the trees. I just love it. And that comes just from remembering like my grandfather and then my dad taking me for walks in the bush when I was little. And I have just always felt so much at home, just surrounded by nature and in the country. And I was never a city girl. I love this, just the peace and quiet that you hear, just surrounded by trees. Julia likes to take care of animals and her little saplings as well. See the hawk? Through the trees there. Hang on. Let's go quick. It's flying. Wait, where's it going? Oh, we missed it. So cool. This massive hawk just flew through. So one of the other thing about Great Pyrenees and livestock guardian dogs, mainly Great Pyrenees, I think, they have short bursts of energy. So when they need to, they can go after something. But Bear is tuckered out. We've been on a long walk now and he's like, and I'm done. He'll be sleeping well tonight. So we have a bunch of little saplings here. Well, that one was just here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Planted too close together right now, but we found when we initially planted the first batch, we planted them thinking where we wanted them to stay. They didn't do so well. It was the elements were too harsh for them. So this past year we planted them in closer clumps with the intention of, once they're a little more established, but before we're gonna hurt the root system, we will dig them up and move them to better places. So it's just gonna be branches like this that we have to cut out of the way before we bring horses through.
Rotten.
It's all just like the dead branches that are sticking out. So Scott got a lot of them last year, but we'll just have to go through and make sure where we're planning on taking horses that no one can get hurt, horses or riders, which also means we'll have to go quite high up into the branches. Because once you guys are on a horse, you're a lot taller. So there were existing trails on the property before, but over the years they had grown in, not so much with trees, but just weeds, poison ivy, thorn bushes. So last year our friend came and he helped Scott, and they were out here days at a time just kind of slowly cleaning things up. We couldn't have done it without his help. I guess we could have, but it would have taken forever. Jared also came and helped us out with our chicken coop, so he has been such a wonderful help for us here while we're trying to get kind of established and get everything back into working order since moving here. Found some tracks, little bunny tracks. He's following tracks and scents. Because he's used to bunny tracks and those smells around home, he's not overly concerned about it. But when he finds coyote tracks, he locks onto that. It's pretty amazing watching him at work. All right, come on, honey. Saving one tree at a time, eh, Julia? Julia. I got that one. Oh, and now you're getting doggy kisses. Bear's saving you. He's like, all right, now will you carry me back?
He's like, I made sure you're okay.
I saved you. Oh,
What was that?
honey, you just tripped him. You're dangerous on these little things.
Hey. Don't eat that.
Oh, what does he have? What is it?
Moss.
Oh.
Bear wants to go
So this is the back half of our hay fields.
Bear's taking a nap.
Barn and the coop are over there. And then the road is up that way. So behind me is where we connect into our trail. And all our trails are down this way. He's like, someone carry me, bring a sled. Bring me back, Julia, bring me.
I'll go grab a sled. I'll go grab a sled, I'll be back.
He's not gonna go on a sled, I'm kidding. Oh, our baby pine growing up. Just natural, we didn't plant these here. I love them though. So this bottom half here is where coyote and deer always walk through, and they connect over here, and then right beyond this tree line is a steep drop. So right on the other side of this tree line, I'm gonna see if I can get in to show you. It is a very steep drop. Can't really tell on video, but I mean, this drops hundreds of feet. And then that hill on the other side goes up, and that is the tree line right behind our manure pile. It is beautiful back here, but nearly impossible to get through. It's so steep. And it's one of the reasons that we worry when the horses get out. I worry that they're gonna crash through and come down that hill, so. I'm tired, that's what I am. All right, you're almost home.
My legs are tired.
So Bear just had his last vet appointment for his series of boosters.
Yeah!
He is almost 5 months, and he is a little over 48 pounds. Vet said he is doing really well, super healthy, great weight.
Very big.
But he is big. He didn't stay little for long. Carry me. Just carry him.
I'm gonna carry him.
He's walked so far.
Come on.
Say, I'm too tired. I will not go. I will not walk another step.
Okay, come on.
The barn is in sight, Bear.
Come on.
One last burst of energy. And time for supper. Vlogmas may be over, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to be putting out several videos a week for you. So be sure to hit subscribe, like, and that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos coming out. And don't forget to go check some of our other videos out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Barn Boots and Country Roots.